Join us down at Blue Pool. It's actually for the yearly Gardener Social. This is my first ever social with Gardener. Had a good few years off from my fishing, so it's been nice to actually come back and get the rods out. It's a pressured lake, you know, they're seeing anglers on it day in, day out. Everyone's fished the same. They all, you know, everyone's fished in the edge, everyone's fished in open water. You know, everyone's using boilies and particle and stuff like that. I've mixed up a little bit this time since starting like doing some BCACs and some matches and that. You know, casters and worms have really come, you know, massive into when I used to fish a lot. You know, I know you see a lot of it now and people are jumping on it, but yeah, so the mix, to be fair, is a bucket of worms, good couple of points of casters, crumb boilie, pellet and corn. So I've got a bit of a mixture in there. Seems to be doing the bites and yeah, the spot's certainly, you know, certainly producing some fish. So is it the worms? I don't know. Is it the, you know, but something a little different. It's quite expensive to do and fish like that, but yeah, it seems to be doing the bites. I have actually been introducing that on my syndicate lake, more of the casters and worms, and instead of like fishing and like worms and maggots and stuff in the winter, just find like spring, summertime is actually a really good time. Depending on obviously other stock, if you've got big perch, roach, rudd and stuff, then you're not going to be able to do that. But you know, primarily my syndicate is just full of carp. This is full of carp, and what carp can resist casters and worms? I'm fishing really simply. I don't try and overcomplicate my fishing too much. A lot of my fishing is quite short sessions. Obviously this is a bit different because, you know, we've got a good few nights, but a lot of my fishing is after work, you know, getting down there at 6 o'clock, trying to find some fish and then reeling in at 7, 8 o'clock in the morning and shooting off to the office. But I've always tried to fish effectively as I can, always chose to fish heli setups, and I always have 100% faith in fishing helicopter setups, and be it fishing naked on like a fluorocarbon leader or with lead core, just depending on rules and what situation. But simply gone for the Ronnie rig. I know, you know, Ronnie rig, spinner rig, there's a lot, you know, you see it all the time, but it's a rig that works, you can't deny that. It's springtime, you know, chucking single bright pop-ups at fish showing and stuff, it does me a lot of bites. You know, it's spoke about all the time, but it works, and if it works, I'm not going to change it. I think when they're hitting that spot and the bait, it does seem to be like more night bites, so they're probably just, you know, they're hitting that bait and they're, you know, just getting it in them and I'm getting bites. So nothing complicated, I'm just making sure I'm baiting the spot, I'm getting 3 rods, 3 good drops, and they're on the bait, and once they're on there I feel confident. Alarms will start singing.